Oh, your hair is getting long.
It is. It is. Daughter, I'm scared underneath though. You know, I like the neat look.
Yeah.
So I'm hatting it up and I'm at work. I'm like, oh, I don't like this messy look.
Yeah.
But you know, we're gonna get it right. And you know what? I'm not cutting all this neither.
I'm sure. I'm pretty clear. Like, welcome y'all to our regular conversation.
Yeah.
The day in the life
Before
of the twins
start.
that aren't twins.
Yeah, right. Man, welcome to Activate the Truth in Doses. I'm one of your hosts, LeVar Green.
And I'm Jill Jackson.
Yeah, man. So that's our licensed therapist. Like, what's the official title again?
Licensed clinical social worker.
Clinical social worker.
Yeah.
So she be giving us like the accurate stuff of how to really get yourself healed mentally and all that stuff. And of course, both of us come from a spiritual aspect.
Absolutely.
And I stay mad, but not how it originally started. I feel like I'm in a good, even place.
Right. Now it's just a brand.
Even when my wife said it too, she like, you're different. I'm like, oh.
Listen, you are winning, bro.
Talk about the brand real quick. Come on. Come on. Listen.
I stay mad. Yeah. What does it stand for?
So initially it started for motivated and determined.
Okay.
Right? And then even from that, really before that, it was just off of anger. My daughter like, yeah, Dad, you're an angry guy. You know, so we made some shirts because we thought it was funny and cool and the shirts were selling. And but then it really evolved to our company statement. Like my company is Activate You, where we tell you to get active, live active, stay active, right?
Right.
But the mission is I promise to make a decision, to make a difference in my life and everybody else's, and stay motivated and determined while I do.
Right.
That's the whole mission. Right. Our goal is to really, and it's funny because I figured out my son's purpose last night, a little bit too, the younger one.
Wow.
But we are attacking depression in the situation where people want to unalive themselves because we feel like when you don't feel like you have value, self-worth,
that's true.
Then you get in a dark spot and then you start making decisions that you probably shouldn't make.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, that's the whole mission behind it, man. So we out here, I do mine through as many encouraging talks as I can. As much as I have been trying to figure out my assignment, my purpose, I do believe I am an encourager, I'm a motivator, and I have to do it through the lens of God sent you on earth to do something, and we have to do that. The biggest rebellion or sin in the world, in my opinion, is not doing what you're made to do. It don't matter how much money you made, it don't matter how many people you touch. Are you doing the thing that God made you to do? Because that's more important.
Yeah.
And of course, you can do a lot of other great things, but you got to do what God made you to do.
So let me ask you this, because you said something interesting. You said trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Have you not figured it out?
I know I'm a talker. He gave me that gift. Information comes to my head. I'm not saying, my mom. But I'm saying that information comes to my head very rapidly, and that's when I know I'm really like connecting because it's crazy. I almost feel like I take a back seat. So I know that is my gifts to encourage and motivate, and really through the lens that I feel is one of the most important things is talk about purpose. Your purpose, your individual purpose on earth. Now, how to keep going about doing that is still where I'm figuring life out.
Okay.
Because
you're already doing it.
Right.
But it's evolving.
Yeah. Because I don't get to do it enough.
Okay.
And that's where I get irritated. And then the mad goes back to the regular emotion of being mad. But what's funny is the other day, I get an opportunity to mentor another young kid coming from work. I'm going to keep now hearing in my head. So
Yeah.
This lady saw my car, but her son was like, oh, that's a nice car, that's nice. So we conversed for just 2 minutes at a gas station, way up in Alpharetta somewhere. And that conversation stemmed to an email to our company, like, hey, you got some issues in school. They said, hopefully you can find a mentor that'll help out. And now I got them signed up, and I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm excited. I love doing it.
Yeah.
So, and I don't charge people for mentoring.
Yeah.
I feel like that's straight ministry. Go into the world, make disciples, right? So it's like, I have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One day I feel like, proceeds will come from how they come. We always taken care of course.
Right.
But I get excited.
Yeah.
Because then I get an opportunity to pour into somebody what I feel like God has given me to, for them individually. I do love podcasting though. This is pretty cool. I wish we could do a little bit more. Yeah. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
So what's up, Red? what's been up with you? You know your purpose yet?
Whew. That's a really interesting question.
Yeah, we asked it a couple episodes ago. You're like, I don't know. We never got to yours fully.
Yeah. And I think I find purpose in every day. And I think that's kind of the lens I come from. Like, it's not a arrival at this is it. It's ever evolving. So I can look back over my life and see purpose in every encounter, every job that I've had, the connections that I make, the people that I encounter. Right now in this season, my purpose is to.
You heard that? That's a water going down. In my stomach.
Have you eaten?
No.
Your stomach's taking over the podcast.
We're fasting, so I'm like, oh, I'm hungry.
Okay, all right. So, in this season, purpose looks like being present in my life for those that I love, being what I hope is a light in the hands and feet of Jesus on the job that He's placed me in, and I'd like to, and if she stumbles upon this podcast, my bad. I'm really working on it. I'm supposed to be setting up my business because there's a client that wants to reconnect with me, but life has been hectic since July. Like,
it's been a lot.
I started a job, and I'm sure we'll talk about this at some point. We went through IVF. And so it's been, kind of like drinking from a fire hydrant. And so it's like trying to, that's my word, like, so it's like,
or whatever.
Like, or whatever. It's just been so busy that I'm grappling with, I really want to start the business, and I'll probably take on maybe a few clients here or there. I just got to find the space. What I'm very conscious of is, and Andre always tells me this, he's like, you off stuff off of your plate and then you load it back up or whatever. And so I'm trying to be very intentional with how I do things in this season so that I'm not running myself raggedy. I need to have time and space for the things that matter. My mom's doing physical therapy, getting ready to put her house on the market. So there are competing needs, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I do feel like with the job though, been there about 4 months now, almost 4 months. Ain't that crazy?
Right. I remember when you first announced you got it, we was all celebrating and everything.
Man, I'm telling you, it was a dream, and it still is a dream. Like, sometimes I want to pinch myself. I'm like, really? Lord, this is what I get to do? And this is, and knock on some wood somewhere, Lord, because for the first time, I really am enjoying procurement.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, I really enjoy it, and it's the people I work with.
Right.
I love the work that we're doing. It's the level that we're working at. So yeah, I'm just, long story short, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not stretching myself too thin. You know what I'm saying? So it's being very cautious about what I put on my plate and making sure that I'm not biting off more than I can chew. So I know you out there somewhere if you run across this podcast. I'm working on it. I just got to make sure that I have the capacity, because counseling for me, much like what you say, is ministry. Right. It's bigger than just sitting in a chair and listening to somebody talk. It's about the connection that I have with God and Holy Spirit and what He downloads in me to share with other people.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and I like how you said it. Sometimes we'll empty a plate and then we fill it up. Here I go again. That's ringing in my head. As I gather my thoughts, I should just pause.
Instead of
Yeah, exactly. I stepped down from coaching this year. Coach Gelb, man, I love y'all. I hope y'all keep doing good out there for Newton Rams, the high school down here where we at. But I started volunteering at the Department of Juvenile Justice.
Right.
And
which is amazing. Let's just pause right there. Like, I'm so excited for the difference that you're going to make. And it may take time for the full impact to show itself, but you are in a position to shift lives, mindsets, and change trajectories of lives.
Yeah, and I'm honored. I want to be out there more.
Yeah.
I got really aggravated. A kid got transferred. So the lady who helped me get started, first of all, my coworker, Keisha, shout out to Keisha Packer. Go do your comedy stuff, man. You're a funny person. So she used to do comedy, but she won't tell nobody that.
What?
I'm gonna make her watch this episode. Here I said that. Go do your comedy. But real awesome lady, and kept saying, "Hey, set up yourself, start volunteering," right? And she did not let it go. Like, did you set your stuff up? Did you send your application yet to volunteer? So, of course, approval process, something like that. My background, you know what my background is. Ain't nothing going on. Well, got started, and the lady, the coordinator over it, and I'm gonna leave some of their names out, but she got a huge promotion, and even through the whole process, get me set up, get me started, like get me through the door fast. She knows what's going on the inside. So I was volunteering with one group. They got 3 units. The first unit I was volunteering with, one of the kids got in some kind of trouble. and he had to go before a judge. You're like, I need you, instead of going to their unit, he got transferred to this unit. Go there for me. Try to talk to him, but he's not going to be able to come out of the cell. So, talk to him behind the thing. So, went there, introduced myself to this whole new unit. Then also made time for him and communicated, prayed with him. Long story short, for him, instead of getting more time, he got released. The judge did something they'd never seen before. And from what we heard, even through some of the kids, like he doing good outside now.
Wow.
And it warms my heart because she was like, thank you so much. So she's been helping me navigate where I probably should go. So I diverted from the first unit because I got a 4-week program. Y'all better learn how to use this AI stuff. Man, and you know me, my creativity, as we kind of overall think about it, I feel limited.
Yeah.
But I've been in this creative mode of curriculum, program, because these speeches keep coming to my head, and I build that whole curriculum from a speech.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so with that, I get this Pathway to Purpose that I've been going through with them. It's like a 4-week program.
Okay.
So every Tuesday I go out there volunteering, and then one Saturday a month I'll do a fitness.
Okay.
And then right after the fitness group, we do a quick 5-minute talk, which the kids let me have because the last weekend I was supposed to do the fitness. They didn't have staffing properly, so we couldn't do it. And when I showed it to them, apologized to them on Tuesday, like, where was you at? I'm like, oh.
But see, here's the thing. That just goes to show that they're looking for that. They're hungry for that.
I need that consistency.
Yeah.
And that's why I say I had to stop coaching this year.
Yeah.
And you know how I feel about football and coaching.
Yeah.
So I get like 80 plus guys that I can keep pouring into, but I also get into the coaching thing.
Yeah.
And I enjoy coaching. I don't too much care about the X's and O's as much as I care about developing that young man.
Right.
So this though is a strong pull and to still devote my time to my family as well. I figured every Tuesday, that one Saturday, and then of course we still building out, trying to get our brands, our companies going, so we can affect a lot of folk. So I'm saying it's like just based on what you're saying about the plates and how much we fill them up, and doing a good thing sometimes is not the right thing.
Right.
Because you need to be doing the right thing at the right time.
Absolutely.
Because then it lines up with God's timeline for you.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that, y'all, we need to be praying every single day about, Father, what is my life's assignment? Reveal it to me, activate me in it, and give me the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to do the thing and to serve the people in the manner that you want me to.
Right.
Like that is life.
Yeah.
The whole meaning of this, y'all, is as it relates to eternal life, because this is but a glimpse. What we see and feel now, y'all, this is a speck. Eternity is forever.
Right.
In preparation for that, imagine a perfect world where there is nothing wrong. The temperature ain't too hot, ain't too cold. You're never hungry, because there's always access to what you need, but you're not even gluttony. It's like, just imagine a perfect homeostasis or balance, is a balance of life. There's nothing wrong, and you can commune and talk to the Creator fluidly. And each other from distances, like a perfect world that we're preparing for. So the goal is not to let anybody miss out, which is how I figured out LJ's purpose and passion. He gets emotional thinking about people going to hell. It bothers him deeply. It bothers him deeply when he sees people hurting and deformed or paralyzed, and are they missing out on quality of life? It bothers him. And we had a long conversation last night. But to try to tie this in, your life's assignment is supposed to help people see God. Because he was like, well, what? Some people need to see hardcore facts. I said, hardcore facts ain't gonna turn anybody's heart to God.
Here's the thing, spot on, because everything that I know in a book that has been taught to me about counseling doesn't mean a hill of beans if I can't show genuineness, care, concern, and love.
Yeah.
That has to be the foundation. You can't come at somebody with a bunch of do this and try this or journal and do all the things and medication and all of that. It all has to be from a foundation of, I genuinely care about where you are and I really want to see you better. How do we, not me, because I'm not the expert in the room, you are the expert on you. How do we get you there? What do we need to unearth that's keeping you from that place? And how do I create an environment where I love you more than just what you're paying for the session? I genuinely care about you as a human being and your life.
You hit it spot on. So after we went, and LJ's a very logical 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Right? And process information. So logical that it bothers you because you feel like he's challenging you, but it's really challenging thoughts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I said, son, there is no amount of hardcore evidence that truly turns somebody's heart to God. They have to experience his truth and love.
Yeah.
Because when they experience his love in all genuine authenticity, that turns the human heart to God.
Nothing
and like you said, so he's the head, we're the body.
Mm-hmm.
And if the body is not demonstrating the love, but also the power and authority that we should be able to walk into, not just the scriptures that testify about the word, but the spirit and the power and all that, we're supposed to be able to, in the simplest form, show that we care about somebody.
Yeah.
Because if the ones who are supposed to be the most connected to God, Christians, right?
Yeah.
And I know some people can challenge, that's fine, challenge it. The real God, okay, not just spirituality. If we're supposed to be his children, but we out here being some of the nastiest people on this planet, why would anybody want to come to that God and serve and give their life to him? And that's so important. Y'all, I hope y'all hear me. Putting religious beliefs aside, we should be caring about each other.
That's
flat
foundational.
Flat out. That's it.
Like, and here's the thing, what baffles me is how can we not see that demonstrated in the New Testament? Like, he walked in love. Like,
Every time.
not that he set aside all of the what was in the word and the right, the wrong, this, that, and the other. Like, that was important to him too. But the one thing that I take away is his love for people. Like, and the fact that when he was confronted with people who were in a moment or in a place where they had maybe hit their lowest, it was love that he led with.
He wasn't guided by law. He was guided by love.
Oh my God. Say it one more time.
He was not guided by law. He was guided by love. And that is the teachings that Jesus was telling people. I didn't come to abolish the law. I came to pretty much fulfill it. I came to, on spot, give you higher levels of learning and living so you can see it all comes from love. If I love you, no one has to tell me, don't unalive you. No one has to tell me, don't take from you. No one has to tell me, your feet. Y'all, we got to love each other. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. Because that is the key and the secret to true living.
Right.
Jesus Christ was all about that. And yes, he dealt with people's issues. And yes, he dealt with offenses and all that. But it was also genuine from love, because the goal was not to expose you to make you feel terrible. The goal was to correct you and say, now let's do this thing right, not off of rules, not off of regulations, but we are to be regulated by the living Spirit of God, because he lets the love that is written in our hearts guide us. I don't need the laws to tell me how to act.
No,
that was structural.
Exactly.
That was just to give people a boundary.
And in my opinion, the law was to point to the love.
Right.
And the need for him.
There
you get what I'm saying? Because
keeps going back.
Because all it does is show us how imperfect we are
Right.
and how much we need him.
Absolutely.
But we get so hung up there, and I think that, and we've talked about this before, it's because we want to be able to take credit for something.
Right.
As people, we want to say, I did that.
Right.
Or whatever. But really, in all honesty, I can't take credit for nothing.
That's all God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so true, because if you really love a person, you're not going to treat them wrong. Like, I think about what we're going through in this country, and like the division and the hate and just the visceral that can come out of people or whatever. And it's about the condition of your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's not a hate issue. That's a heart issue.
Yes, it is.
You get what I'm saying? Like, because if you can reconcile that, then it's exactly what you said. You're not going to mistreat people. You're not going to overlook them. You're going to, you can't truly love someone and treat them poorly.
Right, you can't.
It's hard. And even if you do, then the love of your heart is going to tell you you're going to make that right.
Right.
Go
it's
fix
gonna tug
it.
and pull and aggravate you.
Listen, because sometimes the Holy Spirit get me before, listen, y'all, transparent moment, marriage is hard sometimes. And so you have those moments where y'all are beefing and maybe you've done or said, and listen, I've had moments where I've blown, the Holy Spirit was like, shh, and I was like, no, I'm going to say what I want to say. And then when it blows up, I'm like, I should have listened to the Holy Spirit. But the point is, like, I could be walking away and my heart's already being tugged on with like, you know that wasn't right. you know you got to go back and make that right.
Mm.
Fix that. You get what I'm saying? And that's what he means, like that he'll write his laws upon your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the greatest commandment is hinged upon that. Like it all of the law and everything is hinged in that. Love your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, and love your neighbor as yourself.
Right.
Or whatever.
And the sad thing is, a lot of folk don't love themselves.
That's the part.
So how can one that doesn't love themselves, and you answer this, really show love to somebody else?
You can't. Honestly, it's really, you can, maybe a version or something that you've created, but not true genuine love. Because I think as I have realized how imperfect I am, it makes room for other people's imperfections.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so as I love myself through that, then I can use that love to show other people.
Right.
And it's his love. You get what I'm saying? Like him being able to, you know, when you want to like hold unforgiveness and you think about it, you're like, but everything I've done, he's had forgiveness for me. So who am I to hold somebody hostage in unforgiveness, which really is just hurting me, not hurting them. I heard it described this way by somebody who we heard speak a long time ago that said unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Because really what it's doing is it's just like mucking your life up.
Sure is. So here's a question for y'all. Did you find yourself able to show love when you were in some dark spots? How challenging or how easy was that? You know, so drop that in the comments. And as you do, man, like, share, and subscribe. Not just so we can say we got followers. We want people to be able to hear this. We want to be able to bless people.
Right.
That's the goal.
So answer the question.
I was challenged with that. So as this brand, this company was being given to me through life's stress, it was a challenge for me to even show my household the proper love. Because I was so messed up inside. I was questioning, dang, am I even a good father? Am I a good husband? You know, I'm at the house. I'm not out creating a whole nother family. You know, I'm holding the job down, not putting our family in jeopardy. But I still had all these thoughts of not being adequate, not doing enough, not reaching goals or getting, because it felt like I get so close. And, you know, so I got all these things going on to where I was having struggles with depression, having struggles with esteem. And y'all know me, I walk around like him. But him was like, are we really him?
We're wondering.
Right? And so it was hard for me personally. And here again, let's throw this question to you all, is when you're not really feeling your best because you're doubting who you are, your self-esteem, the love that you even have for yourself, do you find it hard to give that love to other people? And I did. I was challenged with that.
And I think it comes back to also like not measuring, what are you measuring yourself against to say you're enough? I had to root and ground myself in the fact that on the days where I make big fumbles and I am not my best self, I'm still enough. You get what I'm saying? Not because of my actions and my behavior, but because he says I am and he loves me and who he is in my life. So my acceptance, my love for me at this point has to be based on him. I can't look for me because I can always find something that I can pick apart for myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I've recognized that recently, like, and I don't know about anybody else if this is something you're struggling with, because I've noticed through doing counseling and talking to different people, there are times where everybody's kind of on a wavelength and everybody's kind of struggling with something similarly. I have really noticed an attack on my mind. And like, you know, I have to really think about what I'm thinking about and say, is that me? Like, no, that's not me. Or whatever. Like, no. That thought's not, that don't even align. And here's the thing. It doesn't align with what God says about me, what his word says. So that's not me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the scripture where Jesus say, take like all thoughts captive. Y'all, maybe y'all don't have to do it. I don't like these random thoughts that pop in my head.
Sometimes they're scary.
They bother me so much because I'm like, come on, dog.
Or
what you doing? Like,
and I'm like, where the heck did that even come from? Like, this is just honest, y'all. Sometimes they can be so dark. You're like, is that?
And just so wrong against all of your beliefs. Like I'm not that person, and I'm not going to share my thoughts. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not doing that right
this is
now.
not a
This ain't the
platform.
segment for it.
Yeah,
But
maybe someday in the future.
right,
we'll
right,
see.
right. But some of them show up and like, that's not even you.
Right.
Like, what are you? And then you consciously and intentionally throw it out, like you cancel it out, you stop it, and then sometimes seconds later, and this is where the spiritual realm comes in, and we just don't really. I'm not even gonna sit up and say I'm an expert for that. I am not. It is so much I don't know, and it frustrates me because I want to know more. I want to be so strategic with what I'm aiming at and what I'm doing in my prayers. Like I don't want to feel like I'm rolling dice all the time.
Yeah.
There are sometimes I feel like spot on. Cause like, okay, Lord, that's you. Gotta be you. But there are some times when these things happening, and that's these unclean, unseen spirits that keep trying to influence us. Y'all, everybody is after your mind. Even us, right now. I'm gonna be honest. We're up here trying to get you to watch this podcast, to stay up on here. YouTube algorithm wants everybody to stay on their platform so they won't go to. So everybody's after this 6 inches in this skull. Everybody.
Right.
Everything and everybody. God is after the heart and the mind.
Yeah.
Pretty connected. And we gotta protect that. I tell the kids every time I volunteer with them, I say, thank y'all for your mind.
Yeah.
Thank you for trusting me in that space.
Yeah.
I think that's a big deal.
It could be one of the great. Joyce Myers wrote a book, The Battlefield of Your Mind. It is a battlefield, and you have to be very intentional about thinking about what you're thinking about, like and not just allowing some of that stuff to take free reign in your mind, because you have to root it out before it gets rooted in. You get what I'm saying? And
explain that.
Okay, so like if there's a thought that I just allow to linger that I'm not good enough, if I don't counter that or dismiss that or get rid of that, that thing can take root in me and then begin to grow like a tree. And then it begins to get roots and then to grow into bigger things. And then what happens is, as life continues to throw things at you that make you feel inadequate or insecure, it's just adding fertilizer to this thing. And so just being very practical, what that looks like for me in that moment is, no, that's not what God says about me. God says that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, that I am the apple of his eye, that that he knew me before I even was a thought in my mom's mind or in her womb. So no, I'm precious, like in his sight. He loves me. I have purpose and intention. He cares about me. He knows the number of hairs on my head. I have to be important. You get what I'm saying? So I have to come into direct. I have to take aim at this thing that's trying to take root in me, and root it out and dismiss it. Like you have to come against it.
Right. Imprinting. It made me think about that.
Oh yeah.
So I haven't done the scientific test, but I heard scientifically proven, and it's matching up God's word, y'all. So just keep. Science is trying to catch up to what God has already been explaining to us forever. But everything that you say in your household in different locations, those words only dissolve over time. But what that means is the impact just gets smaller and smaller. So they did apparently experiments to where the rooms that people are in, the conversations and the words being said are like imprinted. You think about imprinting something on paper or shirts. That's a permanent thing. And what Jill was talking about is y'all to be intentional about like overriding the negative thing that you said.
Yeah.
Like you got to be serious about that, because imagine how many times we've said something so negative about ourselves, and even using God's name in vain. I am. God told Moses that, tell them I am that I am sent you, right? Meaning he's everything we ever need at any moment in our life, and that's true. But if I am so stupid, I am so this, I am so that, those are things that we gotta like rewrite.
Yeah.
And it is important that we keep telling ourselves out loud how amazing we are, because at some point, y'all, you're gonna start really believing this. At some point, when you keep making it a habit, your mind and your body's gonna be so challenged to where, well, I don't want to keep staying in this old way, because I'm telling myself this, I'm hearing these things. I've seen people have post-it notes around that they read, so even subconsciously it gets in them. Whatever you got to do to get your mind activated.
But you're feeding yourself. Let me tell you, garbage in, garbage out. I heard somebody say that about, like, we're doing a new ERP at work, and they were like, garbage in, garbage out. But that works with your mind too. If you put garbage in, if you're feeding, watch what you're listening to. What's the music you're listening to? What are the TV shows? I'm gonna be honest. Like, I used to be, and no shade. I'm not trying to come for them. Hey, live your life. Like reality TV, some of these shows and stuff, I've just naturally seemed like I've kind of like pulled away from it because it's like, you know, it's easy to want to look at the drama and the negativity and the tearing down of each other and this, that, and other. But at the end of the day, like, what is that, you know, and what is that doing to me? Like watching that and listening to that, how is that impacting me or imprinting me?
Right. And I'm starting to look at ROI. I'm not a huge business guy. I'm trying to get there to be more, have a bigger or larger business acumen, as they say. But if it's not bringing a return on my investment and get me a step closer to what I say I want in my life, I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
I now watch football. That's my little downtime. So I'm not saying you can't have downtime. But some of these things that are just so negative, like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to be bothered with it.
Right.
I'm at a point to where I really want to be effective. I don't want to be a consumer on the level that I have been before. I want to be a producer of so much. This analogy that I keep getting for the young guys at the DJJ is I give them this analogy that it's really the Bible about a tree being planted next to a river. And if you're that tree next to the river, you always have access to this water, so you produce your fruit in and out of season. Your fruit technically is the gift, the thing that God put in you to produce out here. And if you are this tree in this big land and the farmer owns it and you're producing, let's just say apples. You're producing all these apples. Technically, as a tree, you don't consume your own fruit. But you can benefit from your own fruit because when the farmer sees that you keep producing all these apples and he can collect them and resell, or people who walk by have access to consume what you keep producing, then the farmer says, I have to keep taking care of that tree because that tree is producing fruit. It's doing something that it was made to do, and people are benefiting from it. Y'all, God promises to take care of you when you produce the fruit that you were made to produce. That's a promise. You have to figure out your assignment, purpose, and life's goal, because when you start producing that and people are benefiting from what you're doing, and God takes care of you because you're a tree that's producing the fruit that is blessing his children on this planet. Like, that's how important it is to lock in and figure out what you're on earth to do. And y'all know me for almost 2 decades now. I can't stop. 2007-ish, 2008?
No,
2009.
We got to the church.
So was it 2007, 2008?
It's so funny because I think it actually was probably like 2015.
No, I feel like it was before that.
Or maybe 20.
I don't know.
It was in Loganville, so it had to be prior to 2018.
It definitely been a decade.
Close to, if not, yeah.
It had to be more than at least.
I think the first picture when we went to Cirque du Soleil, I think I saw it was 2016.
2016.
So almost a decade.
Okay, well.
It just seems when people just show up in your life and they feel like they've been there forever, you lose track of
Dre, which
when they
y'all
got
ain't seen
here.
our sponsor yet. We're gonna do a couple session one time, but yeah, that's brother and sister. That's just it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's funny because train of thought, but overall, you got to find your purpose because you need to be that tree.
Yeah.
To produce fruit in and out of season, like a bird never stops flying regardless of what the economy is doing. It's gonna fly. But what happens if the bird walks around too much? It subjects itself to harm, danger, predators, because it's not doing what it was made to do. So when you're not doing what you're made to do, you subject yourselves to a lot of situations that you shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
If they stay in that air and fly, stay high in the trees and all that, the better chances of them surviving is increased. Now, granted, are there some things in the sky that can harm them? Yeah, bigger, larger birds, prey, planes.
Yeah.
But if they fly at the height they're supposed to, a lot of times they stay in their lane. They don't go too high, they won't get by a plane.
Yeah.
They don't go too low, they won't get hit by a car. You know what I mean? So really, y'all finding that perfect lane or perfect level that God has for you, really connecting with Him, because we're not going to know until He tells us.
Right.
You know, so that's how important this is, man. Something's been on my mind now.
Okay.
Y'all go to World Changers. Pastor
Dr. Dollar.
Dr. Dollar.
Creflo Dollar.
Talks about the finished works of Christ all the time, right?
Yeah.
I just got this crazy analogy about that.
Okay.
And I feel like this is going to explain this for everybody who still might be confused.
Okay.
So, you're going to buy a house, brand new.
Okay.
You're watching it being built. And then at some point, it's done. You sign on your papers, you come move in. You move in the house, you don't have to build anything. You just live in it.
Okay.
All you do, the finished works of Christ is like a brand new house that somebody built for you. You walk in, you might add furniture, you might add the dishes and the decor and all that stuff, but you don't have to build it. You live in it and make it look in a way that you like the scenery.
Yeah.
Because of your taste that God has given you.
Yeah.
You're not building the house.
Yeah.
The house is built.
Already done.
The finished works of Christ is there.
It's done.
Just go live in it. And God gives us the freedom. The ad libs to me is the furniture, right?
Yeah.
You get to add some stuff here and there. LeBron, I don't care if you wear purple today. Go wear all purple fuck. Go around with like
Barbie. So you don't care if my hair is pink.
Don't care if your hair is pink.
Yeah.
All I want you to do is live in what I have finished and do it in a manner that is authentic to how I made you. And that's why your decor looks the way it is, because it's authentic to how he made you and what you desire. Not saying we fabricate and create our own lives. It still has to operate within the realms of what God says, not the law, but his love. And when you're filled with the Spirit of God and you're guided by love, no one has to tell you to keep the laws. But the finished works of Christ, y'all, is a house that is finished. You don't have to come in and do any work to it.
Yeah.
You just live in it.
But here's the thing. That's counter to culture.
It is.
Because culture is hustle hard, grind, grind hard until you can walk in the room and you ain't got to introduce yourself and this, that, and other. So it's very self-driven. It's based on your effort, your ability. And I think where people struggle sometimes is, if I don't do it, who does that make me? Right. Like, we find value in the things we do, and we see that, like my title, where I live, my car. Why?
Let them have dominion on earth. The very likeness and characteristic the traits that we share with God, is the very things that we almost fight against him all the time with, and it makes us want to have these things. Because if we have dominion and power and authority on earth, and we're supposed to be like ruling over certain things, not people, that's in an unhealthy way when it's perverted. That's what wants the attention, wants the titles, because we're supposed to have dominion.
So if I hear you correctly, what you're saying is, it's not that we can't have the things, we're going about it in the wrong way. Because we're trying to gain access to things that God has already made available to us.
And we're trying to work like crazy to get it.
Yeah.
And God is saying, just be you. Just and I tell the kids all the time, I say, I'm here, this is my intro though. Hey, I'm here, Mr. I Stay Mad, LeVar Green, I'm a life coach. I'm here to help you figure out how to be you. When you get out there, you go make money doing it by just being you, because God made you to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And y'all, imagine that. Imagine waking up and you just be your authentic self. And you have worked on who your authentic self is so much with God partnering that you be so good at what you do, of who you are, and people partner with you, send you money because they want you to keep being you. Because you establish maybe companies or services that is so beneficial that people keep consuming your fruit because you're just you. Right. Y'all, tell me that's not life. That's not what you really want. Right. You want to wake up and be able to just go through this life knowing this is a sweet spot. That almost feels scary the most time, because what, most of us, when life get too good, we'll be like,
what's about to happen? No,
right? What's wrong? Yeah. But y'all, to tap into the essence of who you are, there's when you're gonna feel life's fulfillment. Yeah. Because people are gonna be
attracted to you. Yeah. They're attracted to you when you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because people really, I think we crave genuineness. We crave authenticity, and sometimes they find that attractive because that's what they want for themselves, but they don't know how to achieve it.
Right. You said that at the beginning about even the counseling segment, that it's not about these books and these steps and everything. I feel like a cough. But it's about people feeling and knowing, oh, this person really cares about me. All ministry, especially when you do it right, when people see that you care about them for real, you have their ear. Yeah. You almost have their soul access. Because they're like, dang, you seem like you really care.
Here's the thing. That's how people can get caught up in cults. Because people, or gangs, or things like that, because they're looking for belonging. They're looking for love. They're looking for acceptance. They're looking for, these are my people. They value me. You get what I'm saying? And so that's why you can use it for evil as much as you can use it for good. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta, for me, I I've had to disconnect my value from what other people think of me. I'm grateful that people think well of me. You know what I'm saying? That the people around me think that I'm a good person. But even if they stopped, I got to be able to look here and know that I'm still a good person.
Absolutely. So what does love have to do with it? That's what I feel like this segment was titled, because it goes back to when you experience the love of God, Jesus Christ, the Creator. In the book of John, in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. And then you jump down to verse 14, the Word became flesh and walked amongst men. Yo, it's all about love. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Like, all these acts, even though we do not understand all the acts in the Bible, why he did what he did, that sound very bad to us as humans. I would not take that away. I get it. Because some of those things that you read, you're like, why did that happen? I get it. Why are certain things still happening now? I get it. It goes back to trying to show us his love for the world and to get us back right. My son asked me yesterday, he said, why are we born into sin? Like, what's the whole point of that? And it's because the two first ones on earth decided to take another idea and go along with that idea away from God's plan. And all of creation, somebody said this, all of mankind was still within Adam and Eve. And once they declared their allegiance with the idea outside of God, then it tainted everything that was going to be produced from that point until Christ showed up and separated that bloodline, which is how we can be born a new creature spiritually. Because y'all, we got this duality citizenship. Humans and we're spirits, right? And we live here, but we also are seated in heaven with Christ. And we got to learn how that operates and how we can move forward with that. I think that's my boy coming in.
It is.
That my boy Dre?
Yeah.
What up, boy?
What's up?
What's up, man?
Y'all live?
We record. I don't care. Come on in, man. Show your face. This my little sister's husband. He's like my little brother.
Y'all.
Come on in.
This is my man.
What's up, that boy?
What's happening?
That's my brother right there, boy. I called him early, man. He don't even answer the phone, bro.
He was getting his hair done.
Huh? Okay.
You know,
all right.
he had to
I
get
see you
something
looking
in
fresh.
between.
Hey, we might go out to eat again tonight too, y'all.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
Sure.
So, but as we wrap this thing up, man, it's all about the.
Before we go there, I wanted to make one thing and make a connection to what you were saying. There are no new tricks. So the same trick we were talking about, like having access to these things apart from God, is what the enemy used against them. They thought they needed something that they didn't already have access to. God had already given them everything, but the enemy planted the seed that there's something that he's withholding from you, and it's not. It's the house that's already been built. It's the finished work.
Right. And if I'm remembering correctly, the tree was in the middle of the garden. So this leads me to believe that there were a whole lot of other trees with fruit and access that they had to pass by to get to the one thing he told them.
They had access to every other thing or whatever.
Like you walk past all this access to the one thing he said, hey, leave it alone. Because I don't even believe it was a forever thing. I believe it was like, y'all ain't ready to have that level of knowledge yet. Because not like he said, like, he said, don't touch it, don't eat from it. But was that forever? Maybe God would have gave him access later. But right now, it's not the time for y'all to have access to that. You're too young as a species, maybe. You know what I mean? I don't know, my thoughts. But, bottom line, y'all, today was a random topic day. We just kind of went and flowed.
But it was good.
It was.
What's love got to do with it?
What's love got to do with it? Yeah.
Everything.
Everything. My son asked yesterday, and I think that's what got us to this topic. What concrete evidence would people need to see to become a believer, to really start believing in God? And there really ain't no concrete evidence until they experience an encounter with the Creator and experience his love, no matter how messed up they are, then they'll come. Now, this is a challenge. If you consider yourself to be a follower of Christ, a believer, Christian, we're the body. And if we ain't showing love, then we're doing a huge injustice to the very thing that we say we represent.
Yeah, it's time to take inventory.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you leading with love?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And not leading by the law.
I like
need
that.
the law to lead.
That was really good,
though.
though. That was really good.
Was that a good one? Was that a dose?
Like, you might need to put that on a t-shirt.
You might have put that.
We've got to go back and find it because I don't forget how you said it, but it was really good. Yeah.
I think we was talking about Jesus when he said he didn't lead by the law, he led with love or something like that. So but hey, people who walk in love don't need the law to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you what to do right now though. Like, follow, and share. Go on, hook us up with that, man. Drop a like, drop a comment. Share this out with some folk, man. Let us know.
And here, drop in the comments, what has been your biggest struggle to loving yourself? Because we just talked about how that's the start of being able to love others well.
Absolutely,
As well.
gotta love
So
yourself.
share with us, what has been your struggle, and if you've overcome it, how you did it.
Yeah. So we appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna look out for the shorts and stuff. We'll be kind of chopping up some more episodes, sending things out there and whatnot, and then shoot us some topics. What would you like us to, like to hear us talk about?
Yeah.
And hear me say,
we're gonna have some guests on. I know we've been talking about hopefully getting your brother on soon.
Right.
We
Yeah.
need to do
He
that.
said he wanted to get on too.
Okay, let's do it.
Dad
Maybe
and
next
do a
week.
couples one too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little convincing to do for your better half.
I think she'll come on with a couples one for one episode.
Okay. All right. Let's start there.
Right.
And
And then Baby K want to come back on too.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
We can check in and see how college life is treating her.
I'm
That'll
proud
be
of my
great.
girl, man.
Yeah.
Doing
We miss
good.
her.
Still making adjustments. I miss her.
She makes cameos though. She popped up on us at dinner the other
Yes,
night.
she did.
Or whatever. So
Lord have
yeah.
mercy. All right, fam. Well, listen, we love you, man. Thanks for chiming in. We out.
Take care.